there, Agile adventurer. Just a quick question. What if, for the price of a fancy coffee or half a pizza, you could unlock over 700 hours of the best Agile content on the planet? That's audio, video, e-courses, books, presentations, all that you can think of. But you can also join live calls with world-class practitioners and hang out in a flame war-free and AI slop-clean Slack with the sharpest minds in the game. Oh, and yes, you get direct access to me, Vasco, your Scrum Master Toolbox podcast. No, this is not a drill. It's the Scrum Master Toolbox membership. And it's your unfair advantage in the Agile world. So if you want to know more, go check out scrummastertoolbox.org/membership. That's scrummastertoolbox.org/membership. And check out all the goodies we have for you. Do it now. But if you're not doing it now, let's listen to the podcast. Hello, everybody. Welcome to one more week of the Scrum Master Toolbox podcast. And this week, joining us from Spain is Mariano Gontchar. Hey, Mariano, welcome to the show.
Hello, Vasco. Hello, audience. How are you?
So, Mariano is a Madrid-based Scrum Master with a unique, multi-perspective journey through many Agile roles, having moved from developer to product owner to project manager, and now a Scrum Master. He brings comprehensive insights to team facilitation and backlog management. Mariano specializes in practical Agile adoption strategies that work in real-world environment, the kind of environments we are all facing. So, Mariano, that was a short intro. Tell us a little bit more about yourself and how did you end up becoming a Scrum Master?
First of all, I am Argentinian. I born in Argentina, and I began my career in 2007. But I become a Scrum Master into 2020. It's a lot of time. When I first with my career professional, when I start to be a Scrum Master, right? Let me start with the started, right? Like a programmer, not just when I transform in a Scrum Master. Okay.
So tell us a little bit more about that.
Yes, because when I began my career in 2007, quite a few years ago now, right? As a front-end developer in Buenos Aires. What surprised me about the company, they work in Scrum, but I don't know anything about Scrum in that part of my life because I completely new for me. I just go to university. In the university, nothing told me about Agile or Scrum. Maybe it's the years, and in 2007, maybe the information about the Scrum is in some particular companies. I don't know, but in university, nobody told me about Scrum. And when I start to my first employee say, "What is that?" I don't know. I don't understand what happened there. But I feel like Scrum helped me to integrate with the team. And as I trainee, I helped me better understand the needs. It was a very surprise because I have the the waterfall in my mind, and when I start to understand the Scrum or Kanban or many things that happen in that company, it's say, wow, this is different. They have great things, right? And I adapted so quickly. I started to programmer, and it's wonderful for me. But I'm not a real developer, right? I like the connection with the client. I start to connection this with the client. The company offered me a few years later the opportunity to transition to PO role, and great for me too, because my job was to define the requirement and the user story. I need to talk with the client. I need to talk. I need to talk to the technical team. It's great for me and say, well, I like this. I like this part of the agile, and say, well, I continue with that in this company. But the time passed, and I changed. I changed the company. I changed many things. And what happened? I started to be a PM in another company. Right? It's more common in Argentina in that time, right?
And PM means project manager, right?
Project manager, right? Yeah. But I love it, Scrum. I love the agile methodology. And I try every time to continuous learning, continuous reading some books, some papers. They gave the guide of Scrum Master every year. And around 2015, I got my first Scrum Master certification, because I want to continue learning.
Was it then when you started working as a Scrum Master, or did you still work as a project manager?
Yes, when you are PM project manager, right? Because I don't know, I love it that, and I need to certification that say, okay, I know, because I don't working with that, but I like it. Then it's curious, but I prefer.
So how did you then end up becoming a Scrum Master 5 years later, right, in 2020?
Yeah, in 2020. Yeah, officially, right? It was officially, because during this time I started to be teaching. I started to teaching in university. It's common in Argentina, work and teach. Well, no, it's common. If you like teach, you can work in the morning and the afternoon, and at night you can be a teacher. Then I started teaching an university course on project management. But I remember my own experience of not learning about Agile in any subject. I decided to incorporate basic concept of Scrum and Agility into a course, maybe 1 or 2 lessons, like appeals, right? I mix many plays like Lego, when you need to create a monster or something like that. I try to create the space to understand the Scrum. But well, this is the part of I don't be a real Scrum Master. Well, after that introduction, what do you say? In 2020, I got my first opportunity to officially become a Scrum Master. In that part of my life, I was working in a PM in telecom, project manager in telecom. I had to admit that transition from a more traditional management role to a Scrum Master was a radical change in my mindset. Again,
what were the biggest changes in your mind that happened from moving from project manager to Scrum Master?
First, you are not a boss. You are a servant leader. It's the biggest changes, right? You need to be a facilitator, not to say you need to do that, or you need that time to finish that. You need to facilitate the team. Yeah, you are another person, really, and you are another person. I learned about agility. I know a lot about agility, but not in the real life. That is the main thing. I understand that. I can get more certification. I can, read a lot of books. But if you are not working with that, you don't understand all the potential. And it's difficult because the theory is wonderful, right? But the experience change your think. For example, in that time, I in my mind say, you need to do all that the ceremony all the time. But in the real life, that happen that you don't do all the ceremonies maybe, or you are doing a Scrum. I don't know, but you need to improve it. You need to translate the agility to the team.
So what would be one thing that you would consider critical for people to understand? There's, I'm sure, a lot of project managers listening to this episode right now, and myself, I was a project manager once before as well. What do you think is maybe one lesson that you learned that really crystallized the difference between being a project manager and applying Scrum in practice for you?
I think that it's empathize with the team. Maybe the project manager don't empathize with the team. Say, we need that in that time. Run, nothing else. You have all the things here because obviously, if you work with waterfall or something like that, you have all the things that you need to do. And then this is the first things that I started to change. I felt that if you need to implement a Scrum in a team, it's like a big bang. You implement right now all the Scrum, and it's okay. But with the time, with working with the different teams in different, not just programmer team, right? In many teams, you need to empathize with the team, understand what happened in this team, what happened with the people who worked in that team. This is, for me, is the first change that you need to in your mind.
That's a beautiful lesson. Empathize with the team, Mariano. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Welcome.
All right, I hope you liked this episode. But before you hit next episode, here's the deal. This podcast is powered by people like you, the members who wanted more than just inspiration. They wanted real tools and real connection to people who are practicing Agile every day. We're talking access to over 700 hours of Agile Gold, CTO level strategy talks, summit keynotes, live workshops, e-courses, deep dive interviews, books, and if you're into no estimates, we got the pioneers of no estimates in those deep dive interviews as well. Agile business intelligence, creating product visions, coaching your product owner courses, you name it. You'll get invites to monthly live Q&As with Agile pioneers and practitioners, plus a private Slack community, which is free of all of that AI slop you see everywhere, and of course, without the flame wars. It's a community of practitioners that want to learn and thrive together. It's the best place to connect with community and learn together. So if this podcast has helped you before, imagine what you will get from this podcast membership. So head on over to scrummastertoolbox.org/membership and join the community that's shaping the future of Agile. And we have so much for you. So check out all the details at scrummastertoolbox.org/membership, because listening is great, it's important, but doing it together, that's next level. I'll see you in the community Slack. We really hope you liked our show. And if you did, why not rate this podcast on Stitcher or iTunes? Share this podcast and let other Scrum Masters know about this valuable resource for their work. Remember that sharing is caring.